In this video, we are going to be covering notification templates in Cobblestone Contract Insight. We covered notification templates very briefly in a previous video on workflow tasks. We saw this example here. A notification template is assigned to a particular workflow step, and there's a setting for it. You can choose from a drop-down list of your available notification templates. So if you apply a notification template, it will send the template in lieu of the out-of-the-box kind of canned template that comes with the system, the notification that comes out of the box. So instead of just kind of receiving that canned information of the task details, the contract details, all the generic information, we can configure it further to suit our specific needs. I'm going to show you how I made this renewal reminder example here, where I'll have specific information about the renewal and not just a bunch of other information you may not need. I'm going to go up to my main menu, down to Manage Setup, and then pretty far down the list to Notification Templates. And you can, if you're doing this for the first time, just click Create Notification Template. But in my case, I just want to show you the list very quickly. So these are the existing notification templates I have in my system. And I'll just remind there are no notification templates that come out of the box at this time. You'll have to create them for yourself if you would like a new one. So I'm going to go to my renewal reminder template and I'll click Manage Edit. I should also mention, if you want to go to the list and then create a new one, just go to the side menu, click Create New Template. So here's the overview page for this notification template, and it's pretty straightforward. Type in the title of the template, whatever you want to call it. This is just like internal administrator centered, so other users won't really see the name of this. A description, I usually shrug my shoulders at these descriptions, but feel free. The notification area and table, just choose the area of the system in which you want to use the template. In my case, it's contracts. In most cases, it's contracts, but certainly if you want to use a notification template on requests or solicitations, you could choose that option from the list. That's cool. And then the notification template table, which I have highlighted right now, should be the primary table of the area you're working in. So if it's contracts and committals, the table is contract details, the primary table of that area. And usually this will just default for you automatically, so there's not really much to worry about here. Next is email on change. If you watch the notification template videos, you saw this feature there as well. This feature is not used very often. It's used to alert you when someone makes a change to the configuration of the template. And usually only administrators can make changes to the template, so unless you want to be very protective over your template's configuration, it's not usually a big deal, but you could put your email address in there and you'll receive a notification if you want to. We're going to skip select template skin for now and move down to is active. If you want to use this template now or in the future, put this to yes. If you want to retire this, put this to no. You'll see in my case, I cannot turn it to no because I'm using this notification template on the previous workflow that I showed you. So I can't change this. Then you would just go to the bottom and click save, or in my case, update, and you're good to go. So I'm going to go to my side menu and we are under the template overview. I want to move down now and cover these next two options. First is merge fields. This will work very similar to document templates, where I'm choosing the data from the system that I want to be able to merge into the template. Right, I can add any data that I would like to from the record onto the template, whichever data I would like to display. So just go to the left-hand side, choose whichever field you'd like, click the right arrow, and then it is assigned. Here's auto renewal in this case. Then all of these fields will be available to merge onto the template when it sends. Now, you can rearrange the order of these if you'd like to, but honestly, it doesn't really make much of a difference. And you can change the display name, but once again, it doesn't make much of a difference really at all. So I usually just leave it right as it is, click Save, and then move on to the next tab. This is the template subject and body, and this is really where the magic happens. So we're just going to work vertically through the page. First, you can change the image, the banner image of the email. I have my Cobblestone logo up here, but you could put whatever you would like. Moving down, I have my notification subject, and it's just sort of a text box. And I have the option to pop in my placeholders if I want to. Here you can see I have a contract title placeholder. So this subject would read renewal reminder email with a hyphen and then say the contract's title. So if I want to add another piece of information from the record, I could say, oh, let's go with the counterparty name. And so it would say the title and then the counterparty name. We'll put a hyphen in there too. And then we have our notification body. Our notification body is just a rich text editor where I could also put in placeholders. So this one will be, this is a reminder that the contract title, whatever it is, with the counterparty, whoever that is up for renewal on whatever the renewal date is. And then I have a couple other rows of information to populate, like the notes, the term, and how many renewals are remaining. Keep in mind that formatting does matter here. So if I bold this renewal date field, it will turn out bolded when it sends the notification. If I want to add a new field, a new placeholder, I can choose from the drop-down list. Oh, and I should remind that if a certain field that you want to merge is not here in the drop-down list, head on back to Merge Fields, add the field, and then it will be available in the drop-down list. Next, we have a few other options to include. Now, these are all options from the standard default notification email that sends from the system. Let me walk through these with you. First is record detail. Record detail will add quite a few fields, maybe 10 or so fields from the record. The standard fields that come out of the box. Task details is similar. It'll give you the task start date, the end date, any details about it. Gives a lot of task information, maybe 10 or so fields as well. So those are pieces of the standard out of the box email. So if you like those pieces, right, all that information, you could just kind of click that and it will add it in for you. Next are action buttons. Action buttons are like accept, reject buttons for the task, where you can complete the task directly from your email inbox. So you may or may not want to use this feature. Some do, some don't. If you would like to add those buttons, simply click action buttons and they'll be added. Then finally, here's an option I definitely encourage that you add. It's file link. This will give links at the bottom of the notification, which you can click, and it takes you back to the record in Cobblestone Contract Insight. It is fairly essential, in my opinion, to have that link back to the record. So I would absolutely encourage you to add the file link to your notification body. Moving down, we'll just cover a few other miscellaneous things. First, we have show social media. If you want some social media apps to appear on the bottom of the notification template, you can. As of right now, these are only Cobblestone social media links, but soon enough, you should be able to add your own. And below that, we just have some workflow notes. So if you select yes here, the text entered below will be added as a workflow task note when the workflow task is fired. So that's about it. We don't do that very often, but you certainly can. And the last thing I'll cover here is subtables and managing subtables. If you would like a table available on the notification, we could do that. Some examples of tables just to jog your memory are like amendments, service fees, contacts, terms and conditions, etc. And this is the same, exactly the same as with document templates. So all you do, just as a quick reminder, is choose the subtable you would like to include. There's like contract financials, for example. Click Save. Move down to Manage Subtables, and you would choose fields from the left-hand side and push them over to the right, and those will be the columns available in the subtable on the notification. So I could add whatever I would like to here. We'll go with the invoice number, negotiated savings, payment status, and we'll call that good for, or income. We'll click the right arrow, and now they're assigned. Now here I can rearrange the order of these columns in the table. That's practical. I can change the display name. For a financial field, like an integer or a currency field, I can auto total the field. And finally, I can set conditions to it to determine when that this subtable should appear in the notification and when it shouldn't. And that about does it. That's how we set up our notification templates. Then after I set this up, I just go back to my workflow. I go to the notification templates and I choose this template. In this case, the renewal reminder notification template. That's exactly how we started this video. And that's really it for notification templates. These are very nice to fully configure your task notifications from the bottom up.